In a world that seems to be crumbling, where uncertainties loom like shadows over every decision, a silent but powerful expectation arises. Perhaps you have already felt the weight of this moment, a restless feeling that there is something more, an invisible force calling your name. The truth is that the world is watching. It is aware, waiting, anticipating those who rise with unshakable courage. And what if I told you that you are one of those being watched? That your path was paved for leadership? This is not a journey for just anyone. It is a trial meant for the chosen ones, those who, like you, carry a deep and inescapable purpose. Now, look around you, structures appear unstable, and what was once certain now dissolves before our eyes. People search for answers, a direction amid chaos, and their gaze instinctively turns to those who exude something different, something they themselves cannot define. This is your time. This is the moment your soul longed for, perhaps without even understanding why. This call echoes louder than ever, demanding the courage to rise, to recognize yourself as a presence destined to transform the environment around you. Life, in almost imperceptible ways, has always prepared you for this moment, every fall, every triumph, every contemplative silence. This is the moment to align all that you are and declare to the world, I am here to lead. But being chosen is not a title. It is a path of weight, a mark that demands sacrifice and a conviction that few could bear. The call to lead is not sustained by mere words or vague promises. It requires depth, strength of character, unwavering integrity. The world senses, though unknowingly, that you carry something different, something that challenges the apathy and superficiality that consume many. It is your authenticity that attracts them, your ability to see beyond, to intuit what most ignore. The path ahead will not be easy. It will confront you, reveal your weaknesses, and test your resilience, but, at the same time, it will strengthen every aspect of your being, transforming you into a force that inspires and guides. In times of change, authentic leaders do not hide. They are not driven by fear, nor by the pressure to please everyone around them. The true chosen stand firm, even when the currents of the world attempt to sway them. Every action, every decision, every word you speak now has an impact. There are eyes watching, hearts seeking direction, and they may not even realize it, but they follow the light you emanate. It is not about perfection. It is about presence, about staying true to yourself, about being a point of stability amid chaos. This is your greatest role, and it is essential for others to find their way as well. And as the world watches, you have the responsibility to be true, to lead with heart and soul. There is a force in your essence that cannot be fabricated or faked. This strength, cultivated in the adversities you've faced, has become a beacon for those who seek more than the ready-made answers the world insists on offering. Being chosen means feeling the depth of purpose, seeing the transformation that your own actions can inspire. Your leadership begins with the courage to be vulnerable, to allow others to see who you truly are. Because it is in this authenticity that lies the power to transform lives and to show, through your example, that there is hope and strength for those who choose to walk the same path. It is crucial to understand that being chosen is not about a free gift, nor a privilege granted without any cost. The mark of the chosen is sculpted over time and shaped by trials, a process in which weaknesses are exposed, and true character emerges purified like gold tested by fire. Every adversity that crossed your path was not by chance, but an essential piece of a larger plan, an opportunity to refine your resilience, strengthen your determination, and develop a clear and true vision of what you have been called to accomplish. The leadership you are called to exercise is not something fleeting or ephemeral, for it is born of an ancestral strength, a purpose that transcends the material and the immediate, and with each obstacle overcome, you draw closer to your true essence. The journey of the chosen is, above all, a path of self-discovery and inner transformation, where the lessons learned not only shape the leader you are becoming but reveal the depth of your purpose and the clarity of your mission. In a world that often seeks quick and immediate solutions, the chosen walk at a different pace, for they understand that each step taken with integrity builds a legacy that goes beyond appearances and others' expectations. The leadership that is yours to carry does not rest on appearances or superficial speeches, but on the ability to perceive the deeper needs of those around you, to read the invisible, and to offer an authentic and steady presence that inspires trust in a time where few dare to go beyond the surface. In the intensity of this calling, there is an undeniable responsibility, for to be seen is also to be observed in every move, in every choice, in every word spoken or unspoken, and every decision made or avoided becomes a living lesson for those seeking direction and who find in your presence a compass amid the world's confusion. You become, in a way, a mirror for those still searching for meaning and clarity, a reflection that invites them to look within themselves and find what is most authentic. This role is not easy, as it implies constant exposure, a continuous test of integrity and courage, where you, as the chosen, are called to respond with an inner strength that transcends external circumstances and touches the core of your being. The chosen are those who, in moments of deep adversity, find strength to rise even when all around seem to crumble, for their strength is not merely physical or emotional but arises from a spiritual connection that keeps them steady, regardless of the winds that blow their way. This type of leadership is not based on a quest for control but rather in total surrender to a higher purpose, in a trust in what cannot be seen but is felt intensely and undeniably. In leading, you do not seek to impose your will upon others, but to create a space where each person feels free to discover the best within themselves, recognizing that true power lies in inspiring and uplifting, not in dominating or subjugating. This is why being chosen involves more than taking on a leadership role. It means living according to principles that do not bend to conveniences, that do not corrupt in the face of fleeting temptations, and that remain steadfast amid pressures that try to dilute the greater purpose of your journey. The authenticity of the chosen is a living testimony that it is possible to stay true to oneself in a world that constantly tries to shape them according to its expectations, imposing masks that hide the true essence. By rejecting these molds, you reaffirm your value and inspire those around you to do the same, for leading is, above all, an act of loyalty to oneself, a commitment to the truth that transcends fear and doubt. You may have already realized that leading in uncertain times requires more than strength. It requires vision, an ability to see beyond the immediate and to understand that each step taken in the present shapes the future in a definitive way. As chosen, you are challenged to remain true to this vision, even when the world around you flails in the darkness of fear and doubt, unable to comprehend that the seeds you plant now will bloom beyond your own existence. This is the essence of leadership that does not settle for immediate results but transforms the environment around you, bringing out the best in those who draw near you. However, the true leadership of the chosen is not built on perfection or the need to always be in control, but on the ability to stay centered even amid the greatest storms life can throw. This is a strength that comes from within, from the awareness that being chosen does not mean being above difficulties but possessing the courage to face them with honesty and purpose, allowing each challenge to be an opportunity for growth and each defeat to transform into learning. Leading, in this sense, is a journey of constant self-discovery, where every victory and every obstacle are parts of your development. The chosen possess an almost intuitive ability to transform the environment, to inspire those who watch in silence and may not always verbalize the impact they feel, but who, in your presence, feel strengthened and encouraged. There is an invisible connection that occurs between you and those who find in your example a source of hope, a reminder that it is possible to rise above difficulties and live according to what one believes. This impact is subtle but profoundly transformative, for it does not rely on words but on an authentic energy that resonates with the essence of who you truly are. The path of a leader is not a road paved with guarantees or certainties, but an unpredictable terrain that demands flexibility and an adaptability that few dare to develop. You, as chosen, are always prepared for the unexpected, for you understand that trials are an essential part of the journey and that each step taken amid adversity solidifies your capacity to guide and inspire others. Far from fearing the unknown, you embrace it, realizing that it is in the unknown where the potential for growth resides, and it is on this journey that the greatest leaders are revealed, not through the absence of fear but by mastering it. The strength of an authentic leader lies in their vulnerability, for it is through it that they establish a real connection with people, allowing them to see that they are also human, that they also face challenges and uncertainties. Being chosen does not mean being immune to difficulties but rather learning to use them as learning points and as sources of empathy and understanding. Leading with vulnerability is a reminder to others that no one is alone, that battles are common to all, and that true strength is not found in hiding weaknesses but in accepting and learning from them, bringing renewed depth to each challenge. If you have struggled with the isolation that often accompanies the path of the chosen, know that you are not alone. Our Discord community is a safe space where other chosen ones come together to share their experiences and support one another. By acquiring our ebook, you will not only gain access to this exclusive group but also receive an inspiring wallpaper pack. The link is in the first pinned comment, so come and be a part of this community now. There is undeniable power in the presence of the chosen, a power that transcends the physical and cannot be explained solely by visible actions, but rather by the energy they carry, transforming everything around them. This presence is not something taught, but something born from a deep commitment to purpose, intensifying with each challenge overcome, with every decision made in authenticity and truth. When you align with this essence, your leadership becomes natural, because it emanates from a place of truth, touching those who seek something real and inspiring. The leadership that the chosen exert is an invitation for others to connect with their own strengths and truths, as it does not seek control over anyone but rather the inspiration that promotes autonomy and development. Being chosen means being a living example that true freedom lies in being faithful to oneself, in daring to be different in a world that values conformity, in seeking a purpose that goes beyond superficial ambitions. It is a leadership that liberates, awakens, and challenges, for it does not impose but invites, it does not demand but motivates those ready to follow their own path. A world in crisis looks to the chosen as an anchor, something that helps them find stability in times of deep uncertainty, and it is this stability they offer subtly but undeniably. When people look at you, they find a reflection of what they, too, can be, a mirror inviting them to recognize their own strengths and act with the same integrity and authenticity. Your presence is a living reminder that even amid confusion, there is still a path worth following, a direction pointing to something greater, something both mysterious and familiar, something that resides within each one of us. The chosen carry within them a silent wisdom, a type of knowledge not found in books or speeches but cultivated in the depths of a life lived with truth and courage. This wisdom is not something you flaunt but rather something felt by those who draw near, who sense that your words and actions carry a distinct weight, an authority that needs no validation. This is the power of leadership rooted in something deeper than ego or external recognition, a leadership that transforms precisely because it is true in its essence. To be chosen means recognizing that your impact goes beyond the immediate, leaving marks that reverberate in the lives of others, even when you are unaware. It is understanding that your mission to lead is not something that ends in a single moment but that continues in every interaction, in every example of courage, and in every choice made with awareness. This responsibility is not a burden but a gift that allows you to shape realities, inspire hearts, and strengthen those around you, reminding them that there is always a greater purpose guiding and orienting each of us. The chosen have within them an inner flame that does not extinguish before obstacles and that, instead of diminishing, grows stronger with each trial, each challenge faced with resilience. This flame is what inspires those around you, for in seeing your courage, even in moments of greatest difficulty, they too find the strength to move forward. Your leadership is not merely a matter of words or great deeds, it resides in how you stand firm, in how you choose each step, even when the path appears arduous and uncertain. By proceeding with purpose, you illuminate the path for many who need a clear direction. This journey demands unwavering confidence in the purpose that sustains you, a certainty that does not depend on external circumstances but springs from a deep conviction rooted in the truth of your soul. Being chosen is trusting in something that transcends the visible and the tangible, knowing that even when everything seems uncertain, there is a path your spirit knows that shows you the next step. Your leadership is strengthened by this invisible trust, this certainty that remains unshaken amid uncertainties, for you know you do not walk alone, a greater force guides and supports you in every choice. However, the path of the chosen is not always understood by others, and often, you may feel that few grasp the depth of your commitment, the weight of the responsibility you bear. This lack of understanding, however, is not a sign that you are alone but rather a reminder that your journey is unique and that few can truly accompany every step. Those who follow do so because they sense in your leadership something rare and genuine, something that transcends words and inspires trust. And even when external support seems lacking, you know that your strength comes from within, and that is what makes you truly unbreakable. The authenticity of the chosen is their greatest weapon and also their greatest test, for it demands that you remain faithful to your own path, even when everything around suggests otherwise, even when the world offers shortcuts that may seem easier but do not align with the truth you carry. By staying true to this essence, you become a living example of integrity and courage, inspiring others to do the same, to seek what is true within themselves. Your leadership is not a role you chose to play but a natural reflection of who you are and your ability to live in alignment with your inner truth. Ultimately, being chosen is knowing that the impact you make goes far beyond what the eyes can see, for it touches people on an invisible level, awakening within them a strength they often did not know they possessed. Your presence brings out the best in others, and by living authentically, you allow those around you to also find their way to their own truth. It is a leadership that transcends the moment and reverberates through time, for the seeds you plant today will bloom beyond your own existence, inspiring generations to continue with courage and to live according to the purpose meant for them. The chosen are leaders not only because they possess skills or charisma but because their actions and choices are guided by wisdom born from experience, a deep understanding of life, and a genuine connection to something greater than themselves. This wisdom allows them to navigate times of chaos with a calm that transcends rationality because they know they are part of a greater purpose, that they are there to guide, support, and bring light where shadows seem to prevail. Their leadership is a natural manifestation of this connection, a living expression of a truth that does not falter in the winds of change. Leading in times of crisis is a calling few have the courage to accept, but you, as chosen, know there is no way back, for your commitment is to something beyond personal interests or a desire for recognition. Your commitment is to truth, to clarity, to a strength that inspires, and that is what transforms your presence into something that stirs and motivates others to rise, to seek within themselves the same resilient spirit. By staying true to this mission, you become a point of balance in a world that seems shaky, a point of stability that everyone can follow with confidence. The leadership of the chosen does not rest solely on spoken words but on gestures, on the small daily choices that reveal the depth of your commitment, showing that your life is a continuous testament to what you believe in and defend. Often, it is in silence that you make the greatest impact when, instead of reacting impulsively, you choose to respond with discernment and purpose, demonstrating that true strength lies not in imposing but in the wisdom of knowing how and when to act. This silent leadership is an expression of confidence and maturity, a testament that you need not make yourself noticed to be noticed. The chosen carry within them a flame that defies time and circumstances, an energy that is not extinguished by the winds of uncertainty but, on the contrary, strengthens, intensifies, and shines even brighter in the darkest hours. It is this flame that enables them to inspire those around them, to be leaders who not only show the way but walk alongside those seeking direction and courage. This shared leadership is an act of generosity, a testament that you do not wish to walk alone but want everyone, in their own way, to find their purpose and follow it with confidence. The mission of the chosen is both a privilege and a challenge, for it requires a dedication few would understand, a strength few could sustain, and a vision that transcends the present and reaches into the future. As chosen, you are not merely a leader of your time but a guide for those yet to come, and that is why your journey is not defined by immediate circumstances but by the lasting impact your actions and choices have. It is a long-term commitment, a devotion that stretches beyond the visible, beyond measurable boundaries, touching the world in a unique and transformative way. The true leadership of the chosen transcends the desire for recognition or personal glory, for it is born from a deep place where commitment to the greater good guides every step, every word, and every decision made. This leadership is both silent and powerful, for it needs no acclaim to make a difference but only integrity and unwavering loyalty to the purpose the chosen carry. In a world where many seek external approval, your presence becomes a constant reminder that true value is not found in others' validation but in the authentic connection to the mission that brought you here. The strength of the chosen lies in their ability to see the bigger picture, to understand that every moment of difficulty is, in fact, an opportunity to strengthen themselves and those who follow their leadership. This broader vision allows them to walk with confidence, knowing that challenges are inevitable stages of growth and that each obstacle overcome is a step closer to fulfilling a purpose that extends far beyond the limits of time and space. Thus, your leadership inspires and strengthens not only those close by but also those who, from afar, watch in search of hope and direction. Many wonder where this calm, this security the chosen radiate even amid chaos, comes from, but the answer lies not in the absence of difficulties but in the acceptance that difficulties are an essential component of a full and authentic life. Being chosen is understanding that every pain, every loss, every trial is preparation for something greater, a refinement of spirit that becomes more resilient and more determined. By demonstrating this resilience, you offer others a new way to face life, teaching that true strength does not shy away from adversities but finds in them the lessons that strengthen the path. Your mission as chosen does not end when the challenges cease, for it renews itself every day, every moment you choose to be true to yourself, to others, and to the purpose entrusted to you. Every decision made for the common good is a reminder that your role is not only to lead but to inspire a new awareness, a vision that it is possible to live in accordance with what is just, beautiful, and true. By committing to this vision, you create a legacy that transcends generations and becomes a foundation upon which others can build, making the world stronger and wiser. The chosen are those who, even amid doubts and uncertainties, persist in their quest for what is essential, keeping their focus on what truly matters and ignoring distractions that try to divert them from their mission. It is a determination that does not falter with criticism, that is not diminished by challenges, for it is fueled by an internal conviction that remains intact regardless of what happens around. This type of leadership is rare, and precisely because of this, it stands out and inspires, for it does not rely on external support but is strengthened by the very certainty that there is a right path to follow, even when no one else seems to see it. The leadership of the chosen is not a linear path but a journey of highs and lows, where with each new experience, your spirit is refined, and your purpose is deepened. You know that moments of pain and sacrifice are not punishments but invitations to grow beyond your own limits and come closer to the essence of what brought you here. It is in this continuous process of learning and overcoming that your leadership becomes more authentic and impactful, for it is born from real experience, from the ability to face and overcome battles few could withstand. Being chosen means carrying a vision that surpasses daily concerns and immediate needs, for your gaze is focused on what truly matters, on what will remain even when everything else fades. This vision is what allows you to distinguish the essential from the fleeting, and by following this path, you become a beacon others seek in times of confusion. No matter how many voices try to divert you from your purpose, for your soul knows that it is in this commitment to the true and the eternal that lies your real strength, your true mission. The chosen are those who are not content with easy answers or superficial solutions, for they know that the true value of life lies in the questions that challenge and the pursuit of understanding that goes beyond the obvious. Your presence is a living reminder that depth has its value, that the search for meaning is an endless journey, and that courage is needed to tread unknown paths. This courage inspires those who accompany you, for in seeing you seek sincerely, they feel called to do the same, to explore the depths of themselves, and to open themselves to the transformation born from self-knowledge. The path of the chosen is marked by a silent commitment, a promise you made to yourself that you would not stray from the purpose for which you were called, even if it meant walking alone. This commitment is the source of your integrity, what makes you immune to fleeting temptations and distractions that lead others astray. By staying firm amid the winds of change, you demonstrate that there is an inner strength guiding each step, a truth that is incorruptible and remains untouched by the external world. It is this fidelity to your path that makes you a trustworthy and admirable leader. There are moments when being chosen seems a heavy burden, a weight only you can understand and carry, but it is precisely in these moments that you discover the true power of the leadership you possess. For when everything seems to be falling apart around you, it is your strength that holds things together, your presence that brings peace, and your courage that encourages those seeking refuge. By bearing this weight, you become stronger, and by taking on this responsibility, you allow others to find in you an example of resilience and courage, proof that it is possible to continue, even when all seems lost. The chosen know that leading is much more than being at the forefront. It is guiding with an open heart, allowing others to see the humanity behind the strength, and in doing so, you allow others to also find the courage to live authentically. When you place yourself in a position of vulnerability, showing that despite the difficulties, you keep moving forward, you show that true leadership is not perfection but a journey in pursuit of what is most real, most essential. It is in this pursuit that your presence becomes indispensable, for by leading transparently, you become a pillar and a source of inspiration. The impact of your leadership is felt not only in what you do but in what you represent, for your presence reminds everyone that there is always a choice, that it is possible to live with integrity even when the world around seems to crumble. This is the legacy of the chosen, to be a living reminder that truth is an invincible force, a force that, once revealed, can never be denied. With every decision you make in alignment with this truth, you strengthen your purpose and inspire others to do the same, for by following your own path, you open doors for others to find theirs. Your leadership reflects the commitment you have to something far greater than the present moment, a connection to what extends beyond the boundaries of now and touches the eternal, the untouchable, the true. It is this connection that differentiates you and makes your leadership so powerful, for it does not rely on circumstances but on the depth of your relationship with the purpose entrusted to you. By keeping this connection alive, you become an example of what is possible when one walks with conviction, a living testament that the impossible can become reality when one is faithful to their path. On days when the weight of responsibility feels overwhelming, remember that every step you take inspires those who still hesitate, who watch in silence, seeking in you proof that it is possible to move forward. Your presence is a strength that fortifies and a light that guides, and every challenge you face with dignity and courage becomes a living lesson, a reminder that life is meant to be lived with purpose and truth. This is the greatest gift you offer the world, a life that is true to itself and that, by being authentic, becomes an inexhaustible source of hope and inspiration. And at the end of it all, when you look back, you will see that every step was worth it, that every sacrifice built a story that does not end with itself but extends and touches the future of all those who, in some way, found strength in your journey. Being chosen is knowing that your mission is not only yours, but that it echoes in the hearts of those who need direction, who need a vision that there is something greater. With each decision, you leave a legacy that does not fade, proof that true leadership is one that is born from within, from the deepest commitment to the essence and purpose you carry. If this message touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the button below, and activate notifications so you don't miss any new inspiration. Lastly, if you are looking for a space where you can connect with other chosen ones who truly understand you, our Discord community is the right place. By purchasing the ebook, you will gain immediate access to this exclusive group, where you will find support, understanding, and unique content not available anywhere else. Don't miss this opportunity to connect and transform your journey. Check the link in the first pinned comment and be part of this community now. This is the moment to assume your place, to become the leader the world is waiting for. Thank you for your presence and for being part of this community of the chosen, those who walk with purpose and determination. See you soon, and may your light never fade.